I'm not sure if they all heard that, but hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. You all just missed a really, really cute Krisha moment. Every now and then, we manage to catch her on camera doing stupid things, and I'm really hoping you guys caught that. If not, hey, some other time, some other time. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat box over here. Who's here? Krisha's here, Vishal's here, Jojo's here. Wow, my three favorites. Where's
My
Robert?
two.
Robert said he's gonna be here, and he always says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there, Sean." And then, "Oh no, my kids showed up." Kids are always there.
Sean's like, I'm your kid.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't have his priorities straight, man. That guy. Ooh, goddamn wind.
The winds are real.
Hey, Justin Adams. We got two Justins now, one in the seed, and so you confused the hell out of our seed Justin Adams. So I have to say Justin Adams now, just to not confuse Justin Adams. Sorry, the other Justin. Whoa, what's his? Now I'm forgetting
Good
his last
Lord.
name. Yeah.
Confusion here is real.
So we'll wait for a few more people to show up before, well, we get this started. But Krisha.
Oh, Bitcoin's at 9,500. Won't you look at that? I feel like Bitcoin and Link are like moving together.
Well, we're looking at Chainlink BTC is moving up to the top of the wedge, guys, while Bitcoin has been making moves too. So interesting
Kyle.
times.
Hey, Robert.
Interesting times.
Yes, sirree.
Robert's here. Wow. This is the Robert James. Not Robert Jones, Robert James. How's it going, Kyle? Good to see you and your buddy. Alright, so Krisha, let's get this video started. I switch on over to Bitcoin. I did want to start with Chainlink, but hey, let's just keep things like we usually do. And, well, we will start with Bitcoin. Right, we'll go through the weekly, then the 4-day, the 2-day, and then do you want to go over the daily as well, or should we just switch on over to Link? Because I don't want to spend too much time on the stream, but hey, we'll just take it one step at a time.
Yeah, no, go over the daily because there's
yeah, there's something interesting going on there.
Yeah, there's gonna be something interesting going on with the daily now.
It's not frozen. It's not frozen. I'm just not moving anything, guys. Jesus, like, I haven't. Oh, okay, because I have two charts open, let me just go ahead and make sure though that nothing's frozen. Okay, no, it was frozen. Oh, so Wouter, the solution didn't really work unless my game mode. Let me go ahead and
check
see.
out your game mode.
Game mode. It is off, so I'm not sure what's going on over here. Okay, well, wasn't lagging last time, but Krisha, let me know if the stream lags, okay?
I think you're fine now. I can see
now.
your cursor moving. Yeah. I think you good.
Okay, so here we have Bitcoin USD on the daily. We'll actually switch on over to the weekly for now. I do want to point out that we actually had a pretty decent close, all said, because we closed within the cloud, and Krisha was pretty happy about this one. And right after, well, what do you know? Pushing towards the upside. And where do we push, Krisha? Is this a key level to you, 9,500?
Yes, sirree, it is. 9,000 for me. I have like that 9,600-ish region, right? I mean, that's the same thing that we're looking at. We've been looking at it for some time now. I do believe Bitcoin is likely to get up there. At least it seems like it wants to get up.
So, what are your thoughts? We're seeing moves today, beginning of the week. Is this just a move towards the upside to draw on liquidity before the big dump towards the downside that everybody's been waiting for since around, 10,000? And it's been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks now, pretty much just going sideways between this key zone over here and that top 10,000 resistance.
I don't know, man. Like, I really like today's, this weekly close, although... It's okay. I'll have to be completely honest. It's tough. Okay, yes, we could very well be, moving up right now, trying to get all that liquidity out before, say, we take a massive move to the downside. But what's here to note is that we're still holding those 2-day levels, right? That you've been looking at, and we have observed through our back testing and stuff that Bitcoin does really, really well on those 2-day levels, and we have not lost any of it yet.
Yep. Exactly.
So this could still swing either way. I do
Yeah.
believe that. Right now, we are currently up against that weekly resistance at around 9,600. So we're still living below that.
So 9,560-ish, guys. That's
Yeah.
what Krisha's talking about. So yeah, the weekly has been going sideways, but we're within the cloud. We've not lost the key weekly levels, which is pretty much the bottom of the cloud, guys. The key June and the 21 EMA. We can essentially mark out a zone over there, right? Yes, it's a thick zone, especially considering it's a weekly time frame. But hey, once we start closing weekly candles underneath this, I would say 8,700 actually. The 21 EMA next week is likely going to make a level out with that 8,700 horizontal as well. We would have lost the 21 EMA on the weekly, the key June, as well as this key horizontal that we've been holding. If we do lose that, guys, I would be expecting a move all the way back down towards the 10kin at around 7,170. Now, this is a weekly time frame, right? So that may take some time. We may have bounces in the interim. But speaking of the interim, let's go ahead and check out one of the lower time frames, but still a significantly higher time frame compared to what people usually like to look at. Krisha, I will be switching on over to the 4-day time frame. Keeping my Ichimoku cloud on for now. As you can see, we've been holding the 4-day 21 EMA as well as the top of the cloud, the 4-day time frame, the time frame that only Mango looks at right now. I'm not sure if other communities have started looking at it, but for the longest time, I'm still pretty sure it's only us that keep such a close eye on the 4-day time frame, because it's given us such good trades, right? Such good trades. You can see right over here too on the 22nd of April when we took out the Kijun, took out the 21 EMA, took out the 200 moving average, took out that Tenkin. Boom, up thrust all the way down to that 10,000 region. Similarly, right over here, 26 Feb, when we lost this entire juncture over here, the 21 EMA, the Kijun, and the Tenkin, the bottom of the cloud too, drove all the way back down to the Corona candle. The 3,600 region, known as the Corona candle, and tested back again to the Tenkin. So the 4-day time frame has been really key in giving us good trades, is what I'm trying to get at over here with that long rant. And Krisha, it does look like a symmetrical triangle of sorts over here on the 4-day time frame. What are your thoughts?
No, it still looks like a symmetrical triangle. Sean, I'm just gonna stop you over there. Guys, tell us if the screen is still frozen. Now, Vishal is still saying that it's frozen.
I don't
Just
think
let us know
so.
in
I'm
the
watching.
chat,
I'm
right?
watching it on my laptop on the side over here too, and I don't think it's frozen.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Possibly I'm seeing this late, but no, coming back to what you're talking about, it is a symmetrical triangle. What are your thoughts on the red cloud?
The red cloud is so. The cloud is essentially trying to forecast the trend to come, right? So this red cloud over here is going to be delayed based on the price action that took place on and after this Corona candle. What we're looking for now is for this red cloud to flip, okay, green. If it doesn't flip green in the upcoming weeks, then it's going to be a little bit more suspect. But I do think that, so if we all we have to do, right, is look to see when this red cloud flip green, and we can do that by using a measuring tool. Hover to the Kumotos over here and turn back around 30 days. And where exactly did it flip red from green to red? Well, it was somewhere around this region over here when we lost the 21 EMA, lost the Kijun. So this cloud is well delayed, or rather lagging behind the current price action, right? We have yet to see how the cloud morphs with this massive upthrust that we've had from that 3,800, 4,000 region to 10,000. I don't think it's going to stay like this for long, Krisha.
Yeah, I think for as long as price remains, over the 4-day cloud, I think this could flip very, very easily.
And look how well it is following the top of the cloud over there. We haven't even closed a candle into the inside, and then usually you chop through the cloud if it's not following a time frame too well, but this is getting it so well. That 4-day 21 EMA2 tested once, bounced. So yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing over here. I do want to switch on over to the Mango Ribbon template now. I want to keep an eye on that 10 SMA, and ooh, not a good look. We have closed a candle underneath the 10 SMA. We haven't done this for a very long time. The last time we did that was actually, when we begun that big downtrend towards 3,000, 4,000 region, right? So could this be the first hint, Krisha?
Also, I have one more question for you, Sean. Now on my chart, you've seen my chart, right? you know that I have all my weekly and monthly levels plotted, and I've had this now for months. Is 9,340 a level on your chart?
Of course it is. It is a major
Okay.
monthly level.
Okay, but then look at how we closed relative to that region on the weekly time.
Well, it's
That's
not as important to me how we close now on any of the lower time frames of that 9,350. What will be important to me will be the week, actually this week leading into the monthly close, right? So this week's candle close is going to line up with the 29th of the month, which is going to line up with a couple of days from the candle close. So
Yeah.
that is going to be very important to me, watching that weekly candle close, which is kind of why I've been laying back from Bitcoin recently, using this opportunity to trade altcoins, because very soon now, in a few days actually, my focus will be going laser down onto Bitcoin as well as Ethereum, because we may see some signs of there. And hey, Chainlink as well. You mentioned earlier today that Chainlink may give us some signs as to what Bitcoin may want to do very soon, and hey, we're seeing those signs right now. Actually, it's beginning to show its face. ADA as well. ADA. I don't know how to pronounce it anymore. Be careful what I say before the
People are
pronunciation.
emotional about that.
Okay, so yeah, I do want to talk about this 10 SMA over here on the 4-day time frame. If we do confirm a candle underneath, it will be a little bit worrisome, but hey, I think Bitcoin may pull through over here and actually take it back. This may end up just looking like another trap, sideways action. Any thoughts before we move on to the 2-day time frame? I'm going to skip over the 3-day for today.
I'm trying to see how price has reacted off that 4-day 10 simple moving average, just by sort of eyeballing it on, macro scale here. I think you're right in that it's a key level.
Oh, yep.
But still, I mean, I would look at as, I'd look at this as proper confirmation that we have in fact taken it out. If this 4-day candle as well closes underneath the 10 SMA, now we still have about 3 days left, right?
Yeah.
So there's still some time.
Yeah, especially when it does start to go flatline like this, sideways, I do like to look for a clean close underneath the 10 SMA. So even if we do close slightly underneath, it's not going to be good enough for me, right? So if you do look back on over to the March area, when we closed underneath the 10 SMA, the candle that followed was decisive, right? You saw the follow through right away. That's what I'm looking for, right? We can't be looking at Bitcoin just black and white. You could if you're starting off as a trader, and it's going to keep you away from a lot of trouble, and that's why you need to have very clean cut rules, and you want to be as systematic and as objective as possible. You don't want to be trading price action too much, right? That's why I tell traders that, hey, don't fall into that cult mentality that you're going to come across the forums when you're starting as a trader. They're going to be telling you price action rules. Well, hey, it takes years before you can actually understand price action. And in my opinion, rant here, guys, listen to it. But my opinion, once you study all the foundational concepts, right? Once you study everything that comes before price action, you know price action just by default. You wouldn't have to go pick up any books and study any theory. It's just going to come to you. So first study all the foundation concepts. Use indicators, right? Because indicators will keep you away from that subjective analysis that is likely to get you into a lot of trouble. All of this over here, guys, is objective. And then when you get to a more advanced level, you can start adding some more discretionary measures, some more subjective analysis to your system. But hey, I don't recommend it for a long time. So yeah, Krisha, thoughts before we move on to the 2-day on what I just saw?
I think we've covered it for the most part.
Okay, cool. So
it could go either way still.
Let's move on to the 2-day time frame. Now, this is the time frame, in my opinion, that matters the most right now. This is the time frame, in my opinion, that is going to dictate what Bitcoin wants to do, and in my opinion has been dictating what Bitcoin has been doing. We've been taking trades off this time frame for a while now. It was essentially the time frame where I flipped pretty much started flipping bullish. The 4-day was confluencing with that as well, but this is where I started basically looking for long opportunities. And hey, Krisha too took a long opportunity that confluenced with a 2-day level on the 7,600 region, right, Krisha? That's why you took yours. Yeah, and then right after then, my long opportunity around the 2-day 21 EMA that I missed at 8,100. I took it though on the 8,150, somewhere around here, of the daily 21 EMA, took it back over here, of the 2-day 21 EMA, took it again somewhere around here, no, this one over here. So this has been working, it has been working. Now the question is, now as we begin to taper into the apex of the symmetrical triangle, I was just playing around with that one earlier today, so let me go ahead and redraw the way I'm looking at this. So I do think this is an ascending triangle, Krisha, and we're getting very, very close to its conclusion, to its apex, to the point where it's going to make a decision. And you can see that the range between the bottom ascending line and the top flat line is beginning to thin out, right? There's not much edge between not much edge to be had on these trades, either to the top upside or towards the downside. In my opinion, simply waiting for a candle close above the horizontal over here, or underneath, in my opinion, to be safe underneath this 200 moving average over here on the 2-day time frame, would be the better play. Now you could take an earlier play if we lose the 2-day 21 EMA, and you know what, that's fine. You can take a starter position is how I would do it, but I would rather be safe over here, Krisha, and look for a candle close on the 2-day time frame underneath the 200 moving average, because we're looking at a nice move all the way down to the Kijun in that respect. And guess what that's coming up to? 7,150. What is the 200 moving average line up with? 8,800. Krisha, these are the exact levels that the weekly is looking at too, right? We just went over the weekly.
Yes.
The weekly levels are 8,800-ish, and the target is 7,170 on the weekly. So I love that for confluence. The 2-day time frame and the weekly lining up beautifully. So hey, Krisha, I think this is the chart to be looking at, not the daily,
it really is.
not the
And
weekly.
the thing is that Jojo actually just mentioned that it's a squeeze right now. It's squeeze between the 10 simple and the 21 EMA, and also that 200. But you're right in that between the 21 and the 200. The 200 is, I think it's key because there's confluence with weekly level.
Indeed.
Right? And not just that. Look at the 10 SMA and the 10 kin. Sean, that too is in confluence with our weekly level at around that
9,000,
the 9,600-ish region.
Yep. So
right, so it's getting tight here.
it is.
It's exciting. But what's kind of making it right now, because of what Bitcoin is doing and the fact that we are reaching the apex, I'm kind of wary about altcoins right now.
Yeah,
they're all still looking good, but I feel like this is the time where just guys have one eye on Bitcoin. It doesn't hurt. Just keep an eye out on it to see if it takes out, because it's going to be so unassuming when it does, actually pick a direction. It's going to be so slow, so steady. No one's going to know, and boom, in your face.
It's going to happen suddenly.
Yeah.
And then epically.
Yeah.
That's what Bitcoin does. I want to put it that way. Suddenly and then epically. I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick example of suddenly and then epically. All the way back in the 3,000 region. Okay, and so right over here, guys, this region, and Bitcoin was grinding down slowly. Everyone was bearish. Everyone and their mother was calling for 1,700, 1,600, even $900 Bitcoin. And hey, I was actually short. This entire time, right? I sat through this too. Believe it or not, I sat through this entire pump. But right around here, guys, that's where I called it quits. I threw in the towel, closed my short position, which was all the way from around here. One of my biggest wins at the time, because the position size was a little bit ridiculous. And right over there, I called it quits. I'm like, you know what? I can no longer confidently be bearish on Bitcoin. We had the weekly 200 moving average there, and we came and tested one more time, and we were just grinding on it. And I think it was a day and a half, Krisha, later, this big candle happened. Now, to you guys all watching at home today, this may not seem like a lot. From 3,300 to what? It was 3,600. Like, it's only a 10% move. At the time, everybody was losing their mind. I remember it so clearly. It was like, what the hell just happened? It shocked everybody. Happened suddenly, right? And then gradually to epically, right? It was just crazy. This entire time was just nuts. And then we just pumped all the way to 14,000. And And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this entire time, guys, Krisha, you remember too, people were in disbelief. We pumped off the 3,000 level, and at the 4,000 region, they were still in disbelief, right? And Bitcoin has a tendency of doing that, whether to the downside or to the upside, right? Either direction has a tendency of getting people to believe just because you're seeing these little pullbacks. So in this situation over here, pumped to 4,000, got the pullback, and everybody was like, nope, we're dumping back down. Nope, we're dumping back down. And all we did was go sideways, but gradually up, right? Gradually to the upside, and then boom. People were just in disbelief. They refused to just stop being bearish, even when they're seeing the signs. You're seeing these high level key levels over here be taken out. You've retaken the Kijun, retaken the 10 SMA, the 21 MA, and somewhere around here, go ahead and watch one of the first few videos I did. Just go to the channel and watch the first few videos I did. I said, guys, we have officially taken back the 55 EMA on the monthly. I'm calling 13,000. I actually said that. It was pretty ballsy of me to say that. Yeah, it was pretty ballsy of me to say that as one of my first few videos. But hey, we actually got there eventually. I can't make those kind of calls anymore because I had like 17 viewers back then. I didn't expect ever to get past the 50 viewer mark. But yeah, I do have certain ideas in my mind. If you guys are interested, join the Mango Grove. I'm happy to share. But yeah, Krisha, right here, right now, what do you think? Up or down?
I've never been this uncertain, really. But okay, fine. Gun to my head.
Ooh, she's saying, is it Jojo bearish or Sean Dexter bullish? Which one is it?
Okay, let's.
You gotta pick sides now, Krisha.
Bullish.
Ooh, she picked me, Jojo.
Done.
She picked me. I told you, it's the curl. She can't resist.
Hey, I've already reserved my spot in Jojo's bear cave. If Bitcoin has to lose the
so
21 EMA.
So
Jojo,
so you just gonna jump ship?
Pretty much, man.
Wow.
For me, it's about it's about being on the right side.
Wow.
Remember, this game has one side, and it's called the right side.
The right side. It's well said. It's not about the bull side. It's not about the bear side. It's about the right side of the market. And guys, that is something really, really profound that Krisha just touched on. Remember, if you ever find yourself getting stuck into that super bullish mentality all the time or the super bearish mentality all the time, remember that you're not trying to be a bull, you're not trying to be a bear, you're trying to make money, okay? And you are in a field that you can make money on either direction. It's up to you though to bet on the right direction. Jojo saying that she's going to bet. Good night, Jojo. Vishal says, why does BTC move like that? Quiet. And then in your face. It's because Bitcoin likes to take our money. Rather, Bitcoin likes to take our Bitcoin from us. So the general pattern is that Bitcoin begins to go sideways and this is what people wanted, right? People have wanted to buy at these key levels for the longest time. I'm sure for the longest time, Vishal, you've wanted to buy 8,900, 9,000, but now the time came and you're a little bit scared. And this is how Bitcoin does it. It gives you the opportunity and you don't take it. And when it pumps, you're like, God damn it, I should have taken it, right? Or it gives you the orbital trade. You do take it and it dumps further down, right? It's about understanding Bitcoin. Bitcoin's like an animal of its own, and in time you will begin to get a feel for how the charts play with your emotions. But the general pattern is when Bitcoin lures everybody into trading another asset like altcoins in this case, and then when everybody's stuck in altcoins, Bitcoin size suddenly is like, all right, that's it, I'm out of here. Because you guys need to understand, I've been talking about how, from what we're seeing at least on Bitfinex, I haven't checked all exchanges, so again, take this sentence with a grain of salt. We're not seeing highly leveraged long positions, correct, Risha?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Usually when you see big moves towards the downside, it's because of highly leveraged long positions are getting liquidated. Like over here too, we had a lot of long positions and you saw a big volatile move towards the downside because of the liquidations and people forced out of their positions. When people are forced out of their positions, what's happening? They're selling into the market, right? So buyers are turning into sellers at lower prices, pushing the price lower down. Shorters are re-entering as well to take advantage of that, and you see a massive move. But in this case, if we are looking for a move towards the downside, from what I gather, and I could be wrong about this, we do not have too many open leverage positions, okay? And this is just a cursory look on Bitfinex USD longs.
Yeah,
so
I'm looking at it right now, Sean, and you're right there. That's something actually I did not consider. So freaking brilliant point on that, because usually you'll see these crazy down moves when people are over leveraged, right? And then
Exactly.
it's just that one little, that one dip, just one big seller needs to come in, sell his or her initial bag,
and start
then
the
it's
fireworks.
just it's a domino effect.
Exactly.
Because it's just stop losses on stop losses on stop losses on stop losses, just going off in one big domino.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And the reverse is true for when you have lots of shorts, right? When shorts are overexposed, highly leveraged shorts, and you don't see that too often in the crypto markets at the very least, but you do see that every now and then. What happens? Well, it's the opposite. All these short sellers start turning into buyers because they are getting liquidated and forced out of their positions. And when a short seller when a short seller is getting liquidated out of his position or forced out of his position, he has to buy into the market, right? And that's how you see massive pumps towards the upside when you have overexposed shorts. Correct? Do you agree with me there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now let me bring your attention to the idea or the fact that when people are taking a trade on an altcoin, by default or by the nature of it, that is in essence a short position against Bitcoin. Do you agree? Think about that, guys, for a second, right? When you are, Kush, are you here with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
Right here.
When you are in a trade on an altcoin, you are trading your Bitcoin for an altcoin in an effort to collect more Bitcoin, right? You are essentially short Bitcoin on your portfolio because you are temporarily trading that Bitcoin in for an altcoin, hoping to collect more Bitcoin, right? So you are in a short. It's like a synthetic short position on Bitcoin. So when you start seeing Bitcoin make moves like this, okay, slowly towards the upside, grinding, and you're hoping your altcoins outperforms that grind, and then Bitcoin gets to a tipping point, suddenly, like it did over here at the 4,000 region, you are under pressure because you're thinking, my altcoin better move and better move soon. I'm feeling the pressure because I'm losing Bitcoin.
Exactly.
While this is happening, you are feeling the same pressure, and then suddenly you see the same thing happen when everybody's in altcoins, and usually the whales who are in altcoins, who are usually pushing the market up, they are trying to collect Bitcoin, right? People who have been in the market long enough know that your goal should be trying to collect Bitcoin and not trying to be trading altcoins against USD. So what I reckon could be happening is something very similar, where you don't have people leveraged on the long side, but you do have people leveraged on the short side because they're trading altcoins, and then you see a sudden flood of altcoiners trying to get back into Bitcoin, and that's when you see a massive move towards the upside. Now again, guys, keep in mind this is just all theory crafting. This is all theory crafting here, right? It's a Monday. It's theory crafting. Don't take any of this too seriously. Take it with a grain of salt. Go back, do some research on this. Come back to us and be like, hey, Sean, you guys are missing out a little bit here and there. You guys missed out on this data point that we found. Bring it to our attention. We are going to use the community over here too to learn more. So let us know if you guys find anything, and I'm happy to hear you guys out. Krisha, any thoughts on?
Yeah, these are all good points, Sean, because just the way you kind of broke it down just now with people sort of having a synthetic short open on Bitcoin right now because they are all so heavily into altcoins. Everyone's eyes are on altcoins right now, and rightfully so. I mean, look at the pumps on many of them, right?
Yep.
But what happens is that, say, for instance, that Bitcoin just now in the next, say, 1 hour, we actually rip up from here, say 20%.
Indeed.
Okay, say we rip up 20%. Not only are you losing Bitcoin on this move, on the 20% move, okay, because you're out of Bitcoin because you've gone and put it into altcoins. Okay, but what happens in that instance is that altcoins take a dump.
Indeed.
Okay, so now think about that situation. It's sort of like a double whammy.
Yep. So what's happening over there, Krisha, is that the players that matter know that, hey, one, it's just by the nature of, right, because everybody's trading against is trying to collect Bitcoin, right? So you're trying to exit your altcoin that's not outperforming Bitcoin, but also because of the arbitrage opportunities between the USD pairing, between the Bitcoin and the altcoin. So you're seeing volatility on both sides, and then players who do want to stay in their altcoin position are being forced out because of stop losses. And that's happened, well, to us in the past, right? When we were new to this market and we see sudden volatility on our LTC BTC pairing, even though the LTC USD pairing is doing fine, right?
Yeah.
And then you get stopped out of your position, and what happens? Well, you are essentially trying to, you're essentially selling your LTC and buying Bitcoin by getting stopped out, applying more pressure onto the Bitcoin pairing on the USD side, right? So that's how you see a massive move on Bitcoin towards the upside. So yeah, guys, keep that in mind, and yeah, happy to hear your thoughts. I hope I explained that to the best of my ability. Again, we don't have as much time in these daily videos to go over it like we would on the streams, or if you guys are on the chat, blah, 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 on the weekend streams rather. But Krisha, I'm looking at a measured move now to this possible potential ascending triangle on the 2-day time frame, and I'm looking at around 11,800 11,700 depending on where we break out from. Let me go ahead and do that again, and you can do one on your side too, and we can see if we match.
No, I think you're
11,799.
Right.
So yeah, again, guys, the key levels over here that we're looking at is if on the 2-day time frame towards the downside, we've been talking about upside, but downside targets are here too, right in our faces. Okay, it's if this then that at this point. Towards the downside, if we lose 8,800 on the 2-day time frame, close a candle, we're looking for a move all the way down to 7,140-ish. All right. As simple as that. If this, then that. Do the mango way, do it the stress-free way. Towards the downside, if we lose 8,800, I'm looking for a move to 7,140. Towards the upside, if we take out 10,050-ish, close a 2-day candle, I want to see a nice, clean, green body close above this level, right? And if you want to have extra confidence, a wick above 10,500 with a body close above 10,050-ish, I'm looking for a move at the very least to around 11,799. Let's switch on over to the weekly and show the confluence again, just for everybody else who's just tuning in.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the weekly time frame, we're looking at the Kijun, guys, right over here. I'm going to turn on the Ichimoku template for everybody. Turn off the horizontals I have. We're looking at the bottom of the cloud, we're looking at the Kijun, and that's coming at 8,800, right? Lining up with that 2-day key level that we're talking about, the 2-day 200 moving average, lining up with the bottom of the cloud and the 2-day Kijun. If we lose that, we're looking for a weekly move all the way down to, guess what, guys, 7,177. On the 2-day time frame, the level we were looking for, the target was, I believe, 7,140, right? So $30 difference. It's a weekly time frame. That's some really strong confluence. Towards the upside, if we start closing candles above 9,770, that's all we need on a weekly time frame, Krisha. 9,770. Let's say 9,800. Round it off. Nice, clean, green body candle close. I'll be looking for a move to the top of the cloud, and hey, Krisha, that's lining up with 11,400. But if I had to look at 11,400, 11,500.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yep. So yeah, again, confluence over there too.
Confluence there as well, yeah.
So
but I think this is it's still, I feel like, in no man's land right now for me personally. I'll be looking for Bitcoin to pick a side sooner rather than later.
Oh, so I'm just reading the comments now. Jackson says Mango Sean is not on Twitter. My sincere apologies, man. It's Mango Sean with a 0, so it should be a Mang 0 Sean. I need to fix that. That's so bad of me. Apologies, my man. So yeah, if you just go ahead and do Mang MANG 0 Sean. Yeah, I have like no Twitter followers at all. So if you guys could go ahead and follow me, make me feel a little bit better about my life, that'd be awesome. Because I wake up every day and judge my worth in life based on how many Twitter followers I have, and I'm not feeling too good about myself at all right now. Let's go ahead and actually read some comments. Robert Jones, Krisha, not Robert James. Robert Jones says, here is my logic. I have money, USD, ready to buy. I can buy something, 40%, hoping price will rise. You can buy something at minus 40%, hoping price will rise. Yeah, okay. Okay, Kusha.
Just
I
like,
don't
okay.
know what to say to that. I mean, if it's a bull market and prices dump 40%, yes, if it's a bull market, it should get picked up again. And crypto, something could dump 40% and still be a bull market. Only in crypto, though. Only in crypto. Zane McMahon says BTC is core fundamental. What's the SOI? How'd you guys name your channel Mango Research? So essentially, okay, I'll go over this quickly for you guys. Essentially, I was supposed to do my PhD in blockchain technology. So the real reason I started writing on mangoresearch.co was essentially writing down my research on blockchain technology, because I was an autodidact. I wanted to self-study, blah, 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 and share my research. But Mango, the reason we picked Mango was because Mango represents growth, fertility, essentially everlasting, ever long learning, right? So that's the essence of this community, to constantly learn, constantly grow, and constantly keep the mind fertile. So yeah, Mango Research, and we try to foster that culture over here. It's not about just winning, like going to take losses, but it's about learning. And if you lose, you could still come out a winner, because you would have learned something from that loss if you do it the Mango way. Justin Adams says when BTC goes up, the rest of the market goes up. Yes, so unless you're looking at the rest of the market against Bitcoin, in which case the rest of the market is likely to go down. All right, so Krisha, that's Bitcoin. Do you want to take us through Chainlink?
Oh, yes, sirree. So let's start with Link USDT. Now, I found something very interesting in terms of patterns. All of you people out there who really enjoy patterns, as I do, get onto Link USDT on the 4-hour time frame, please. And you will notice that on Link USDT, we actually had a beautiful, very, very large head and shoulders pattern that was put in. Okay, now we have finally broken out of that pattern. The cloud is green. We just turned green on that 4-hour cloud. And the measured move to this head and shoulders pattern will take Link all the way up to $4.86.
Are you using a Wix, Krisha? Because I'm going to try.
I am.
I'm going to try and keep up with you. Let's see if I can get the same thing.
Oh,
She's pattern queen, guys. So let's see.
Wait.
I'm
looking at the Wix of 12 June 2020.
I'm getting $4.86. What did you get?
Yes.
Wow,
yes, exactly
I nailed it.
There
what do you know?
Go, attaboy.
I'm getting good at this, guys. This pattern thing.
So, okay, so we have this, right? And then in yesterday's stream, for those of you who did not catch it, so the last monthly close for Chainlink, we actually made a higher high, okay, on the monthly close. So that was a very, very bullish close that Link USDT had on its monthly time frame. And if we manage to do this, now think about it, we end this month in about 8 days, I think 8-9 days, right, Sean?
Yes.
Right, so if we actually start moving up from here, and if Link USDT actually goes on to meet its measured move at around $4.86, we would have confirmed an open, a candle body open, as well as a close over that major monthly level.
Yeah, this monthly is going to look spectacular. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Binance chart, because it has no, it doesn't have. Well, it's the monthly, so I'm expecting a little bit too much, but it's looking really, really good, Krisha. You pointed this out on our stream on Sunday. It's something I missed, and yeah, this monthly, which is coming to an end very, very soon, we confirmed a candle close last month. But remember when we did that last month, I was like, I'm not too convinced. I want to see a nice green candle following it. We dipped back into that support line at around $4.12, which, hey, and now we're getting a really nice candle close. Like, even if you close here, Krisha, this is good enough for me. Honestly, this is good enough for me to be like, all right, I'm market buying some more Link. But if we do get to $4.80 above this too, hey, you'll be taking on the monthly high too. Yeah, exactly. Easy Escape says, damn, the monthly Link looks good. Sean, any thoughts on the Bidao project? You mentioned, I think it was you who mentioned it in yesterday's stream.
Yeah, Easy Escapes.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's an ICO. We haven't looked at. We don't look at the ICOs. Not recently.
Yeah, like there's nothing to analyze, right? On an ICO, there's no chart. It's hard to analyze. And in terms of fundamentals, man, you could share your thoughts with us, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. No worries about that. let's see any more comments. So yeah,
Link
Kusha, anything
USDT.
else you want to talk about in terms of Link USD?
Well, Link USDT, the one thing that I noticed in all my sort of analysis on Link is that when it starts to trend, that 4-hour 21 EMA is your best. Okay, like I think I stick by that, and I do believe that Link USDT as well as Link BTC, they do pretty damn well on the level.
Yeah.
So it's just about holding it. If we can actually hold it all the way to, you know, basically starting whatever trend it is starting, I do believe that this is going to keep going if we manage to hold that 21.
So I think the $4.25 mark, somewhere around there, right, where the neckline, I don't have the neckline drawn anymore right now, not on this chart. The neckline for this massive inverted head and shoulder, Krisha, should come up somewhere around there, and I'm looking for the 21 EMA to line up with that level just then, right? That's when you'll see liquidity get drawn to that level over there, and I'll be looking to add somewhere out there, and then hopefully see continuation to that $4.85 mark, guys. So again, guys, for those of you who are trying to keep up, we're looking for the 21 EMA, the Tenkin to line up with this wick high over here at around $4.25 and also get a retest to that level. We may be seeing that very soon, actually. It does look a little toppy over here, but don't get too excited just yet. Link surprises you. It puts in a toppy formation and then pumps to the upside. So if we do start taking out these wicks over here, guys, at around $4.38, I'll be looking for the continuation to at least 450-ish, somewhere around this region over here. We're essentially testing the breakdown point. So, Kusha, I do want to look at Link BTC because that's the chart I'm most interested in. That's the chart I've been playing at.
I have a question for you on Link USD. What are the chances? Okay, what are the chances that Link USD is the first sort of bullish indicator, the first leading bullish indicator that will tip people off on Bitcoin?
I think it already is, in my opinion. I already think it is. So it depends on whether we can break past this, right? So if Link starts making new highs and starts seeing continuation above these levels over here on the USD pairing 456 and onwards, I'm going to be surprised, right? I think, how about this? The probability will lean more towards Bitcoin also following suit. That's how I'm going to look towards it, right? As long as Link was underneath this 200 moving average on the 4-day, underneath the cloud, just this is going sideways and chopping around over there, and Bitcoin was also doing the same thing, it could go either way. But now that we're seeing Link actually break past these levels over here, retest its breakdown point, Krisha, right? It's retesting that major breakdown point. At this point, I would have to lean towards Bitcoin actually pulling through over here, right? Lean a little bit more. I'm not saying it's a huge deal, but it does increase the odds just a tad bit more that Bitcoin actually does recover eventually too. So if we start seeing candle close above 455, that's when Link gets really interesting. So,
but now let's go on to your magic part, the Link BTC, because I do believe that there's magic happening on this chart. I'm gonna let you lead this, Sean.
Oh yeah, so Link BTC, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and get the chart ready right over here, and I've been talking about this for a very, very long time. I'm going to switch on over to the daily time frame. You guys can see this massive ascending trend line, okay, that we've been talking about for months now, right? We've been taking trades off this one. Had some really nice, good 85% moves towards the upside. Basically playing this off the weekly time frame. So this trend line, guys, is off the weekly level. It actually extends all the way down to somewhere around here on the weekly time frame. It does match up really, really well. And now we're seeing, well, long story short, we've been taking trades off this, right? As soon as we broke this level over here, this horizontal, as well as it was the daily 21 MA, daily Tenkin, we were looking for that move all the way down to where? To the bottom of this trend line here. Switched long and essentially playing this formation ever since. Now we've come down one more time and bounced off it again last week, right? And we are looking to see whether we put in a lower high compared to this guy over here. So if all of you who have been following me for a while, you guys would probably remember that I was long in this area over here. I was expecting Link to break up, even though this was a rising wedge into major resistance. I was bullish and I was looking for continuation. We put in this lower high over here, and that should have been my first clue when we took out the wick underneath, but I didn't get out. I was still hoping that we bounce off this trend line. We broke it. That's when I got out on the retest. Now based on that, based on all the structure that's been put in over the past weeks, this high over here, guys, at 45,771 became really crucial, because this was the lower high, right, that we put in compared to this high against a resistance that was very key in determining that this uptrend has come to an end. Now we are testing that level. If we close a candle above 45,771, it's going to look extremely good, and we do have a chance of breaking this neckline, okay, at 46,000 towards the upside in the days to come. Now, if we do break that neckline to the upside in the days to come, I do think we're going to make our way to the box to the top of these blue box territories right over here at around 52,800 Satoshi each of them. So some really exciting times for Link to be had, like, and this is going to line up, Krisha, with the monthly coming to fruition, right? The monthly closes right above that, above anywhere here, but it also gets to that $4.80 mark. Well, that's going to line up with 46,598 on the Bitcoin chart actually breaking as well, and that's when we're going to see some volatility on both pairings, the Bitcoin pairing as well as the USD pairing.
Okay, and yeah, I mean that's some really good thing on structure. The overall structure is.
We can go ahead and look at an ascent measured move for this, Krisha, and we're looking at we're testing these highs over here, the wick highs for this ascending triangle. I was a little conservative on this, but it does match up, 57,000.
Wait, so where are you starting your ascending triangle from?
So from this recent thrust down towards the bottom trend line at around 36,490 Satoshi, 7th of me.
Okay, so I see what you're looking at. Now, what about, now this is something, all right? Now, I feel like it's almost going to have it's like a pattern in a pattern in a pattern,
yes.
And all these measured moves, guys, are going to be cascading onto each other. Now, this is where it really gets fun, because, okay, now you see that bottom trend line, right?
Indeed.
Okay, now you can actually draw a top trend line as well.
Yes, you can. Yes, I actually did have that initially. Are you taking it all the way from these highs over here at the November 2019? Or
that's right.
Okay, I see.
I mean, I know March 2nd, 2020.
Okay, you're drawing the symmetrical. I see what you're looking at, the symmetrical triangle, not the rising wedge. I see what
No, I'm looking at the symmetrical triangle from 4th March 2020 on the daily time frame. Just drag it all the way down. We're pretty much there. We're at the apex, right? So breaking that, now that's got some historic relevance from all the way up before basically March 2020.
Are you taking the wicks? You're taking the wick high.
I
see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Always.
Yeah, there's a lot of confluence there. This is a major level. Jesus.
It's gonna be fun watching this one break.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's gonna be bullish when it breaks. And we're pretty much there, right? It's so close to the apex now. You're just waiting on a decision point.
Oof, looking good. The Krisha turn on the 3-day Ichimoku on this one. We just retook the Tenkin on the 3-day, bounce off the Kijun. Let's go ahead and look at the 21 MA. Yes, that's been a guiding price really well as well. Do want to look at the 4-day quickly as well, and 4-day is looking really good. Guys, this is what I mean. I've been saying this for a while. This is what I mean by Chainlink has been in a long-term uptrend, right? This weekend I went over this a couple of times with you guys. I said, hey, there's no reason to be looking, because I got a lot of questions on Tezos, and that's fine. Okay, that's fine. If you guys have long-term fundamental views on Tezos, that's by all means. But there's very little I can offer up on that kind of chart, because it's, in my opinion, a chart that gives you nothing but wasted opportunity cost, unless it suddenly pumps. Because the way I look at it is, if the trend is towards the upside, you want to be in a coin that's already trending, right? You don't want it to be going sideways and your capital just sitting there and stagnating. But with Chainlink, it was a little different, because even though on the daily you're stagnating towards the sideways, or it seemed like it, I was like, guys, you got to be patient with Chainlink. Okay, I was saying this all weekend. Why? Because on the weekly time frame, you are in an uptrend. You are on a bus that is going towards the upside, right? It's not stagnating. It seems like it. But all we have to do is be patient. And what do you know? This took a few hours later, 12 hours later or so, and Chainlink did start having its legs towards the upside. Now I'm getting all the way up to that massive horizontal support line at 46,000 Satoshi. Oof, exciting times for Chainlink.
This is looking good.
Yeah.
I think we should, we don't have too much time left on the clock, so I say we go and
answer a few questions. Yeah. So guys, what the hell, guys? There's 76 of you and only 24 likes.
Come on,
Yeah,
let us
so
know if you like these streams, because
because
this is the only way we get to gauge whether, you know, it's worth doing the streams or not. So if, you know, you guys find these streams helpful, let us know. And
Yeah.
you can let us know by hitting the like button or leaving a comment or something.
yeah, Kisha's like, oh, something, Jesus.
Something.
Just something.
Give us a sign.
Yeah, because, but what Kisha means is that we go through, when we're going through our analytics, we just look at the comments and we read all the comments. We read every single comment, by the way, guys. We may not reply to every comment because sometimes you guys catch us at the wrong moment. But we read every comment, and that's how we judge as to whether we should be doing certain videos or certain type of content. And then we look at the likes and the views, right? That's the easiest way. We are lazy. We do the stress-free way. There's probably better ways to judge what kind of content we should be doing, but hey, that's how we do it. So let us know by liking the video or in the comments down below as to whether you guys enjoy these live streams where we're doing the same analysis that we would do anyways on like offline. But yeah, because in the live streams I had figured that, hey Krisha, why not have some interaction and engagement with the audience as well? But we don't know, right, whether you guys find that distracting, whether you guys just want us to just focus on the analysis and not entertain any questions. So yeah, let us know.
Okay, so let's take some questions now.
Somebody's asking about ADA, but do you want to do any more charts, or do you want to look at questions that are non-chart related, more about?
No, I don't mind looking at charts either.
Okay,
we
cool.
could just
So
you know,
so
put some TA on those high time frames.
ADA USD, Krisha, or?
I think ADA's. I actually really like ADA. I was actually just telling Sean just before we started the stream that ADA was looking really good.
Ooh.
And that's the thing, you know, I feel like when these high-end cap coins run, I feel like they all run together.
So ADA USD, Krisha, coming down onto that 21 EMA, bouncing really well, and might be taking back the Tenkin tomorrow, depending on whether we close here. 10 hours, 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Can ADA do it?
Yeah, I think it's looking good right now. I want to see, where do we close relative to our weekly levels? So we're still, you know, hovering underneath that weekly resistance that I have been keeping an eye out on, which is pretty much at around 852 sats. And I'm looking at ADA BTC. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at ADA USD. Tether
Okay,
US.
actually, you know what? Let me switch. I think ADA USD is going to be the leading indicator, even in terms of ADA BTC here. So let's go. Yeah. Okay.
So Cayman tested that major horizontal at around 0.068 cents. That's what you're looking at, I believe.
I was looking at actually the level that I'm looking for ADA to take out right now is going to be, for me to get into another trade to the upside, I'm looking for 10 cents. Quite honestly, I want to see a close over that. But right now, with the way price is reacting, you know, just off of its EMAs and MAs on the daily time frame, I think it's bullish. I think we could very well start trudging. But let's see. So
Krisha, it'd be fair to be marking down a horizontal support line at around 6 cents and 0.068, all right? 0.068.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. 0.068.
Yeah, so if you do that, you're gonna have a upper resistance line at 10 cents, right? 0.108, and towards the bottom we're gonna have a support line at 0.068, right?
Yes.
So that's around a 3 cent range, I do believe. Oh no, sorry, 4 cent range. Now, if you use a measuring tool, okay, and go from the high to the low, right, you're gonna see that right at the center, coming in at around 0.086. So we have 0.106 as resistance, 0.86 as the middle of the range, and 0.076 or 66 rather as the bottom of the range. So now it's waiting for that 10 cent region to be taken out at 10.6. We could actually be taking a trade right off this level over here at the 0.086 level, which is the middle of this range that we're playing in, right? We do have a middle range that we could be looking to take a trade off. Now, yes, I do agree that the safer trade is above 10.6, and the safest trade, of course, the good trade would be if we got that trade off the weekly time frame on the 0.068 level last week. But so either I'll be looking for buy at 0.068 or a buy off the 0.086 level. And then after that, yes, I'll be looking for a move to 10.6 and further up and beyond ADA
Yeah, no,
could.
I agree. There are better. I mean, there are still trades to be had. You don't have to wait on the 10-cent region like I am, right? I'm usually playing it off of the weekly time frames. I like zooming out. Now, you don't have to necessarily be like me. There are other levels to be playing off of. Now, the ones that are some really, really key levels, and not just that, Sean. So, also notice how on the daily time frame, look at how well ADA's been, holding that 21 EMA. So we have not lost it, not once. Okay, and now if you kind of just zoom out off the daily,
Well,
you're going to notice that we're putting in a bull flag.
That's essentially what you've been saying in your videos. I've been watching your other videos, and you've been saying that over and over again. That
Yeah,
hey guys, every test of the day 21 EMA is a buy opportunity. Every test,
Yeah.
and again, right over there, we came and tested 2 days ago, and we bounced off it, right? So if people have been watching your videos, Krisha, hey, profits to be made watching Krisha, the
Yeah.
alt queen.
There is a bull flag, and I think that's a symmetrical triangle that we have on top. You'll see the symmetrical triangle from June 4th on the daily time frame, guys. June 4th going all the way up to where we're at right now, and we are also once again at the apex. This could very well break to the upside.
Oof,
in the next.
This measure move to, if you're
days
drawing
or
this
so.
as a bull flag, Krisha, this measure move breaks the horizontal at 10.6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So yeah,
So now ADA's looking very good.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at ADA BTC because that's the one I'll be trading, to be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at it quickly. I have my charts already lined out. The weekly time, the weekly 21 and the weekly Tenkin has come up aggressively now. ADA has consolidated long enough to, give us an opportunity, a safer trade, because we have underlying support right there. Kijun is underneath us as well. We failed to close above it, but we did open above it. So we opened above it, closed underneath it. That does make it a little bit more difficult on the Bitcoin pairing, so I may be a little bit more patient with this one, but the USD chart's looking good, like you said. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the 12-hour time frame to see what's going on there. 12 hours consolidating, not much telling me over here. The 4-hour time frame, again, 4-hour actually does look good. It does look like once we can like up to at least this level over here at 870 Satoshi, somewhere around here, so perhaps the green line. So yeah, Krisha, those are my thoughts.
Looking good.
Yeah. So Fukao is over here on the chat. Hey Fukao, really good to see you here. Hey to you as well. Enjoying the stream, Sean? Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Hey, since you're enjoying it, since you left a comment, I'll make sure to do these more and more often.
Yes.
How are you enjoying the modules, by the way, man? I've been keeping track of your progress in the progress report, but every now and then the app doesn't update on Mondays because there's a lot more activity on Mondays. So let me know. I'll shoot your PM actually tomorrow morning. I'm going to follow up with you, buddy. Robert Jones says, now wrecked City ADA. Ronson Sovereign says, lol, I checked my portfolio and was down 100,000 because Crow dumped like crazy. Last I checked, which was like a week ago, Crow, you guys are talking about that MCO coin, right? They had a spin-off. That thing was on a massive uptrend because they had, holy crap, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this thing's still in an uptrend. It's just going up and up and up and up, and it's nuts.
No, man, this chart is... What is that wick? What is that
because
4-hour wick?
Because they have these really nice tokenomics, which essentially lets you buy coins for half price. So lots of incentive to be holding this coin. They've done that really well. Genius things.
What a freaking chart.
Yeah.
What is this, trending on the 5-minute?
This one I really missed. This one. And I just couldn't have. I really don't like trading multiple exchanges, guys. If it was on Binance, I would have bought it. But getting onto Bittrex or UOB or any of those, it's just a pain. I do get in, then I get out almost immediately, right? Like I did trade LBC on this one for a little bit, and then just having multiple exchanges makes it really hard to manage if things do go south. Imagine having to open Binance and Bittrex and UOB and there's KuCoin and all these. I trade only one exchange when putting into all coins if I can avoid it. So yeah, Krisha, those are my thoughts. I don't want this video to go too long because then it's really hard to upload the video on to make it public for people, for the other viewers to watch. If you guys are interested in a stream, perhaps tomorrow in like around 12 hours from now, leave a comment down below and I'll do a quick morning stream, very casual stream, listen to music, kick back, answer only questions, not really do an analysis, but just do our thing, do the mango way. We'll do it the stress-free way. Krisha, any thoughts before we leave?
No, man, that's about it. You guys have the main coins, right? Bitcoin, Chainlink, Bitcoin, of course. Keep an eye out on that, please. Like, there's no, like, when Bitcoin wants to do something, the party comes to a halt. So be careful on that.
Indeed.
Okay, volatility is low. We could see a spike sometime soon.
Wag says 12 hours from now is 3 a.m. for me. Okay, so Wag, what time do you wake up in the morning? How about 16 hours from now? Does that work? That would be around, 16 hours from now could work for me. It worked for a lot of guys in Mango Seed too, right? Jojo, Justin. Justin is here. Hey, just when I take your name, Justin's like, thanks guys, you're awesome. So yeah, I want Justin and the Ollie to be around too. I'm not sure if he's still on his road trip though. But the Australians essentially. And yeah, let me know, Foucault, you're gonna be around. I know you will be around at that time zone. So the only thing I'll say is, looking back just months ago made me realize how far I've come. That's awesome, Foucault. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm glad you're enjoying the program thus far, but hey, there's more to come. Sandrak says, can't start watching at 3 a.m. though. Well, let me know what time works for you guys. Oni says, keep it up guys, love your work. Hey, thank you, Oni. Thank you. Kyle Median says, thanks Sean and Krisha. Good night. Good night to you too, my man. Good night to you too. Where's mango from? Mangoes are from the trees, man. They grow on trees. Zahir Kaz, damn, I think I joined too late. But the video will be available, so we'll just be posting it right after. That's kind of why we want to end the video, because the longer the stream is, the longer YouTube takes to process it. Yeah. All right. So we will be ending the stream, Krisha.
Yes, sir.
Anything to say, or just goodbyes?
That's all.
All right.
Yes.
With that, guys.
Trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, guys. Ciao.
Foucault says, can't wait for the options course. Yes, Robert too, and Jojo. Oh man, I've been basically crafting certain things with Krisha in terms of how to teach it, because I'm using her as a dummy, or rather, not dummy. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for, guys? I don't mean to say dummy. I'm sorry. No, student. No. No, that's the word I'm looking for. Damn. But she's like a test. I was going to say test pig. Test pig. That doesn't sound right too. What's the word I'm looking for? Wow. Test dummy. Okay, but guinea pig. Yes, guinea pig. I'm like, dummy pig. Oh my god, yeah. So I've been coming up with this some really nice ways to teach things that are taught in such a bad way on the internet. And because what I do is I ask Krisha to go over a few concepts on the internet, and then she comes and tells me that this is what she's struggling with, right? So she helps me understand what you guys are struggling with. And I think back to the things I struggled with options when I was studying it back in the day. So yeah. So I'm excited for that too. I crash test dummy. Yeah. No. Dummy pig dummy. That's what Krisha is. All right, guys. Thank you so much, all of you for joining.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.